Okay, it's me again. This has been so exciting the last few days because I've actually met some really cool people who are very open and comfortable to being interviewed. So I can't even really contain the excitement. But right now I have Todd Raphael, Editor-in-Chief of ERE Media Incorporated, a colleague of David's from yesterday, and he's going to also help us talk a little bit more about engagement. Now, the question I asked Todd a moment ago is, what is Todd seeing from a trend perspective from other companies, because you can speak to some other companies that are out there, and what are we seeing other companies do to help stem any kind of massive tide, exodus as it were, when the economy turns around? Because there's a real fear that when the economy turns around, that really great employees, A players, are going to hightail it out of a corporation, and then there's going to even be a bigger, lack of great talent when we're already suffering from, having lost some folks. So I'm going to do my flip us over, and we're going to hand this over to Todd. Here it comes. Hey, Todd.
Hi.
Thanks so much.
No problem. I would say, honestly, not just A players. I would say a lot of the people I talk to, friends of friends and friends of relatives, are, just to be honest, they're not happy. People are stretched, they're overworked. They feel like their colleagues have been laid off and they're doing more. They have had 10% pay cuts or 5% pay cuts, 15% pay cuts. 401k has been, match has been cut. All the other fringe benefits have been cut. Not all of the others, but whatever has been cut, in each company it differs. And let's be honest, people are not happy and they're kind of holding on, and they're going to be thinking about leaving when things get better, and it's already been starting to get better for a while. Slowly but surely, that's been happening for a while. Things have been getting less bad, if nothing else. What can companies do? What are companies doing? What do I recommend? Several things. One is, and I would, believe it or not, I only watch one actual TV show other than a lot of nerdy business shows and a lot of sports. I watch one TV show, which is The Office. And I think that's a good one because there's a woman there played by Jenna Fisher. I can't think of what her character is called in the show.
Right.
But she, to me, symbolizes something important, and that is she feels appreciated, she's thanked, but she's not appreciated for what she does, in her mind, well, which is sales.
Right.
She's appreciated for being this happy, bubbly receptionist, and that's not what she wants to be, at least in some episodes. So let's say number one is find out what your companies really think that they're good at, and hopefully you think they're good at too. Find out that, focus on that, make sure they're appreciated for that, because it's one thing just to say, thank you to someone, say, you're doing a good job, but the employee wants to know that this is what I'm really here for, this is where I'm going, and this is what I want to be focusing on and be appreciated for. So that's one thing.
Oh, great.
Another thing is, employees want to see some light at the end of the tunnel. They want to know that there's some sort of future opportunities. They're going to be doing something interesting in the past. Right now, they're having, between 6 and 7 p.m., they got to do the Xerox scene because the Xerox person's been gone, or whatever it might be. They want to know that when things pick up, we'll get this contractor and we'll get a little load off of your back. So there's a little bit light at the end of the tunnel in the future. A third thing I think is security, and I realize employment at will. You can't go say you've got a permanent job. You can't say don't worry, you're safe. But the closest you can come to saying, I think you have a future here, or there are things you can say to an employee who you want to keep to make them understand that they don't have to be like losing sleep, getting an ulcer, worrying about their family, all these kinds of things while they're on the job. You want them to feel a little bit of some sense of security. And I realize there's no job security nowadays. It's not what I mean. I would think employers would want to feel like their employees should not worry all the time. It's just not a way to function, is to worry all the time.
No, I agree 100%.
Lastly is work-life balance.
Yeah.
That's been thrown out the window with the economy and all these benefits that I mentioned before that have been cut. Having said that, however, there are things you can do to make people's lives better. For example, some companies I talked to, at least one company I talked to, say, well, we've given people 20 days of vacation or something instead of 15 days. That way they'll feel better. The other benefits have been taken off. And I said, well, can they take 20 days off, or are they too busy? And he said, no way. There's no time to take time off.
So where's the benefit?
I said, what the heck? It's a scam. Basically, he basically said, it's a scam.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
Right.
This is ridiculous. This is not a way to keep your employees.
Right. Employees aren't fools. They know.
No. I mean, for a while, some people might feel like, okay, I'm happy to have a job, but that's not going to last forever.
Right.
So.
And that's what we're talking about, is the concern and the fear that if things turn around,
what happens?
Yeah, so find actual work-life balance. Say, look, Todd, I'm going to take this off of your hands next week or the week after, so you can take a couple of days off and not check your email 12 times an hour, or not have to worry about X, Y, and Z and return this, that, and whatever. Or Todd, I'm going to do this to make your life easier these days.
Right.
Otherwise, you're never going to take a day off. You're never going to get whatever life balance you need. So, be honest with employees and give them what really makes their lives easier and better.
Well, that is fantastic,
Good.
Todd. Thank you so much for sharing your insight. I know you're on your way to the next breakout session. Wonderful Expo.
Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
You too.
Bye-bye.